So, like I was saying about the FBI background check, um, the the FBI has to notarize it there in order to get an apostille for it. Now, an apostille is basically okay. So, if you can think of getting something notarized, a document notarized, that means that this document is official, it's legit. So says the notary for the state. Um, what an apostille is kind of like an international notary, international notarized document. When documents are going abroad, these corporations, companies, whatever, want to make sure that these are official documents. So they have to be apostille, get an apostille. Um, so make sure on the application form for FBI background check, um, I wrote it on the top, the very top I wrote, I need the FBI seal and signature of a division official, and then also there was a section where it said if you have any additional things that you would like to write. I wrote it again 2 times. I just wanted to be super sure that it was on there, that they could see it. So like I said, you have the application form, you have your fingerprints from the police department, you have your check or credit card thing, you know, the money, the payment that you have to pay, and a prepaid envelope. So what you do is you send all these documents, make sure you have like a tracking number so you know that it got there. I'll give you an example of how long it took, okay? So I said the first time I sent my, get my FBI background check, but I forgot to write that this needed to be notarized by an FBI official. So once it came back, I could not get somebody else to notarize it. It had to be notarized by the FBI. And once it's sent out, I can't send it back for the FBI to notarize it. It has to go through the whole process again. So this is really, really like essential that you do this. You can't mess up on this part. Otherwise you're going to be, wasting a lot of time. I mailed my FBI background check. Well, the first one I mailed like in December, the one that I messed up on. But the new one I mailed April 19th, and it didn't come back until June 15th. So that's about 8 weeks. That's a long time. So it's gonna take a long time, all right? That's what's gonna happen. It's just gonna take a long time. The thing about the FBI background check can't be like, yeah, I'm a freshman in college. I'm getting my FBI background check right now so I can be ready. Well, I have to inform you that after 6 months of the FBI background check being issued, it will expire and it will be useless. So after 6 months, you have to get a new one. So just, be smart about it, I guess. So I said I was talking about an apostille. Alright, so let me tell you all about this apostille business. Alright, I'm not going to say that I don't like, I'm not going to say that I'm unhappy the U.S. Department of State. I'm just going to say that going through them takes forever. I sent my FBI, my notarized FBI background check to them May 16th. It still hasn't come back. So, back to the FBI background check. When you send this, make sure you get 2 copies. Get 2 copies of the FBI background check. One that you keep, so in case anything goes wrong, you have a backup, you have an extra. You could even get 3 if you want, okay? They cost more money, but hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. Or, so you get 2. One you keep, one you send out. The reason why is that if I didn't get 2, I'd be so screwed right now. Because I sent my FBI, notarized FBI background check to the U.S. Department of State, it still hasn't come back. I don't know when it's going to come back. I don't know if it's ever going to come back. So what I did is, there are some outside companies, and their job is to get apostilles for corporations, individual people, as fast as they possibly can. It's been over 2 months. My apostille hasn't come. I sent my FBI background check. You know, there's like an application thing and all this different stuff. If you type in Google like FBI background check apostille fast, there'll be different like things that'll show up like, oh, we can give it to you in 24 hours for $45. So what I did is I did an express mail, okay, and then I brought an express prepaid envelope that I put inside. I had all the different application things, and I put in my notarized FBI background check. And then I sent it to this company. So I sent it there, they got it the next day. They sent it to the U.S. Department of State, and it came back to them. And then they shipped it back to me. And it took like 4 days or something like that. It was so quick, and it cost a lot of money, but it was totally worth it. So think about something like that, because like I said, the U.S. Department of State still hasn't sent me my apostille back yet. So that was one document, all right? That's one document out of other documents that you have to worry about, 7 other documents. But there's only 2 that are the big pain in the butt, all right? And so that was one. The FBI background check was the one big pain in the butt. The other pain in the butt is kind of like to show that you have a degree. So either your diploma, transcript, or a letter of completion, all right? My diploma would not come until a couple months after I graduate. I'm like, hey, I want to get all this stuff done as soon as I possibly can. Is there any other way that I could, like get something from the school? Because my transcripts, my degree wouldn't show up on my transcripts until a little while later. So I got a letter of completion. This is from my college. It said that after, the degree showed up, I think it was like a couple weeks after I graduated, I got a letter. It was signed, it was notarized, and I got my university put a seal on it. This stated that I had my degree. The recruiter said that they would accept it, so I think for the most part other places would accept it too. So what I did is that since this is already notarized, like the FBI background check, it was notarized there. But since this document is already notarized, it's really simple to get. All you have to do, you don't have to send it to the U.S. Department of State. You don't have to send it to the other, company to get it overnight, whatever. What you can do is find the closest Secretary of State office to you that would be able to apostille a document. Federal documents, like the FBI background check, have to be sent to the U.S. Department of State. Non-federal documents, like a transcript, diploma, or something like that, can be done through the Secretary of State. All these things are changing. When my friend went, he said that he was able to send his FBI background check and get it apostilled through his Secretary of State in Wisconsin. When I checked, I was not allowed to do it. So they can't do it. What they can do, though, is that, like, for example, the letter of completion, they can apostille that. It was so simple. I drove into the city, I gave them the money, the letter of completion, the form. They gave it to me, an apostille, in like 15 minutes. Oh my god. It was awesome. I was pretty happy because that, like, after going through the FBI background check process, it was such a pain in the butt. Yeah. So that's that. Now those are the two tough ones. If you don't have a passport, you gotta get on that stuff, okay? Yeah, you have to have a passport. So, like, the other thing that you need is like a photocopy of your passport, the picture page. Those are one of the documents you're going to send over to your recruiter. You're going to need a self-health form. The recruiter will send it to you in an email. It's really simple. All you got to write down is that I don't have any diseases. I'm good. And then once you get to Korea, you have to go through a doctor and you have like a physical checkup. Also, you need to have the signed contract. Once you accept the position, you'll have the contract. You need 4 passport-size photos, and you need to send your resume. So those are like the basic 7 documents that you're going to have, like the notarized FBI apostille, the notarized apostille diploma, transcript, or letter of completion, the passport photocopy, picture page, the self-health form, the contract, the 4 passport-size photos, and your resume. So those are the things that you is going to need. Alright, so let's say that you have all these documents. My God, it's a miracle. You got everything. Awesome. All of a sudden, you're going to be getting emails, you're going to be getting phone calls from all these strange people named Billy and everything else, and you're going to be like, who are these people? Those are the recruiters. Remember before when I was talking about the Dave's ESL Cafe? Once you post your resume and once you post your picture, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of calls and emails, and especially around recruiting season. Because these people are so last minute, they're going to be like, hey, can you go tomorrow? And you're going to be like, yes. Alright, on to part my next part of this video.